Alright, Shalom Yisrael. First and foremost, all honors, glories, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect Akim across the globe that are doing the work in truth and sincerity and in charity. And Shalom to the few sincere Aqua that are watching, listening, and learning. This is Danyalaba here from the Great Millstone Chicago camp. And Lowen coming back at you with another edifying video. Alright, the other day, I saw on TV, on the news, something about Trump, celebrating America's empire, being in rulership for 250 years, I believe in the year 2026. All right, let me see, I was trying to find it, the exact speech, maybe, maybe if I type 2026. Man, those are long speeches, but I heard it on the news, Trump unveils massive plans for the United States. 250th anniversary. But, I got an article, that's 2026, I believe.
And most important milestone in our country's history. 250 years of American independence. What a great country. And we have to keep it that way. But that's why, as a nation, we should be preparing for a most spectacular birthday party. We want to make it the best of all time. Here is my plan to give America's founding in 1776 the incredible anniversary it truly deserves. On day one, I will convene a White House task force called Salute to America 250. It will be responsible for coordinating with state and local governments to ensure not just one day of celebration, but an entire year of festivities across the nation, starting on Memorial Day 2025 and continuing through July 4th, 2026. Second, I will work with all 50 governors, Republican and Democrat alike, to create the Great American State Fair, a unique one-year exhibition featuring pavilions from all 50 states. It'll be something. The Great American State Fair will showcase the glory...
But, that's that, I want to get into this article. All right, and I remember Apostle Tahar, and other brothers, did a lesson, on this particular topic, a couple of months back. All right, and it reads right here: the average empire survives for 250 years. Is America at death's door? All right, and the average empire only lasts 250 years, man. All right, and we are witnessing the downfall of America. And how do we know that, man? The economy is bad. A lot of businesses are closing. People are struggling. Not just our people. You got Esau. They're struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. All right, with they're struggling with drug abuse. All right, Esau's kingdom is divided against itself. Which I'm gonna get into the scriptures in a bit. All right, so that's how we know this place doesn't have much longer, man. All right, America has many enemies. All right, right now we're living in times of rumors of war. All right, so America does not have much longer in rulership, man. Yahushai is about to come back and take Esau out of power. All right, Yahushai is about to come back and destroy America. These missiles are gonna hit America. Thus saith the Bible. All right, thus says these prophecies. Without further ado, I'm going to read a little bit of this article, and I want to bring out some precepts. Studies show that an empire survives on average a mere 250 years. Did you know that? To put that into context, the world's oldest person recently died at 124 years old. So she lived nearly half as long as most empires do. Most Americans are unaware of this small but crucial statistic, which may suggest much about our country's future. And these Americans, man, they're asleep. They don't know what's going on, man. All right, like the scripture says, which I'm gonna get that in a bit. You know, they think that their dwelling places shall continue forever. You know what? I'm just gonna get it right now. Okay. Roughly paraphrase. How does it go? That their dwelling places are something to that effect. Songs 49 and 11. Ah, shit. And it reads, this is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. All right. And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their land after their own names. Okay. And you saw, that short speech, that video I showed you right now of Trump. Oh, in 2026, we're going to have a parade or whatever he said, we're going to have a big festival or celebrating the America's 250th year in rulership. These Edomites really think that America is going to continue forever, that America can't be stopped. All right, but no, hey, the Lord has plans, man, as soon as Esau thinks to fulfill his belly, hey, that's when Yahushua is going to come back and destroy them, all right? Let me just get that scripture. So 20 and 23. I started verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So Esau's going to be in trouble, man. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And hey, these heathens, man, they're going to come against America, man. All right. And they are already against America, man. But pretty soon they're going to invade this land. Hey, those missiles are going to hit, man. All right. When he is about to fill his belly, so when Esau thinks his new world order is about to be accomplished, all right, now he has his foot up on a desk, sipping lemonade. Reading on, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain upon him while he's eating, man. And that's when Yahushua is going to come back and take this man out of rulership, man. So as soon as Esau has the MOTB, the Charagma implementation, and most of these people, he thinks he has control. He thinks America's going to continue on forever. That's when Yahushua is going to come back and take this man out of power, man. All right. And that's the mindset that Donald Trump has, man. Oh, America, 250 years. All right. We're going to celebrate 2026. Okay. All right. Hopefully we're not here, man. But if we are, man, hey, we don't got much longer. But hey, just wait, man. Yahushua is on his way back. And, he's coming to take this kingdom from you. Which another scripture popped up on my mind. I'm going to get that in a bit. But I want to continue on the article. Which one was it? I think it was this one, right? Yeah, most Americans are unaware. Okay, which may suggest much about our country's future. It is past time for Americans to confront the painful reality that our time as the world superpower may be limited, and it is time to explore how to slow down. What? Frankly, all right, is inevitable. So you can't stop it. At some point, that the United States global domination will not persist indefinitely. All right, and that's happening now, man. All right, the downfall of America is inevitable, man. America's not going to be in rulership forever, man. All right, a lot of these people, these heathens, they came to America for the American dream. They're leaving back to their own country, man, because they're realizing, hey, it's getting hard over here, man. All right, But reading on, hey, in America, you got a lot of homeless people. All right, and when I went to Mexico, I didn't see as much as homeless people in Mexico, as in America, man. Yeah, people down there are fucked up. But they have they have their little daily bread and stuff. But as far as tents and stuff, you go to California. I went to Cali, man. I never seen so many homeless people like that, man. All right, at least in Mexico, people are fucked up, man. But it's a fruitful land. There's a lot of fruit trees everywhere. All right, people are more hospitable and charitable compared to people here in America. But yeah, America's fucked up, man. This place is going down. All right. Global damage will not persist indefinitely. Uh, this may be difficult to grasp and accept, but it has never been true for any civilization for in the past, and it will never be true for any society in the future. All right, and you tell these Edomites, hey, this place is going down, and the economy is bad. Oh no, it's gonna get better. Don't worry, it's gonna get better. Trump is working on fixing the economy. He's gonna make America great again. Nah, man, it's not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse, man. We're living at the downfall of America. America's through, man. All right, especially after 2020, man. A lot of mom and pop businesses are going down. A lot of businesses are closing. This place is through. But reading on, as we consider historical empires, it is worth nothing that the vast majority of Americans do not regard the United States as an empire in classical sense, despite the fact that many people throughout the world do. However, for the purpose of this column, the United States, although being modern in every meaning of the word, does indeed qualify as an empire. Since World War III, the United States has been primarily considered with spreading democracy bombs, and freedom across the world. All right. Seeing itself as a sort of global liberator. All right. So, yeah, let's go liberate those women in the Middle East. Let's go send democracy bombs on them and liberate them. Now the women are harlots. All right. And wearing fucking provocative clothes or whatever. And these nations hate that shit, man. And these nations ain't with that shit. Now there's men are allowed to be homosexuals. These nations ain't with that shit, man. That's why they hate America. That's why in the Middle East they chant. I can't say it, you might take down my video, but DTA, death too. You know what I mean. They hate this place, man. But reading on, in reality, the United States maintains over 800 military outposts and special operations groups spread around the globe. This is a critical consideration in determining where the United States belongs in the pantheon of former empires. Since, like those before it, it has been primarily interested in extended influence and power. This is not something that I mean as criticism, but rather as a contextual point. However, it is this overreach in the pursuit of continuous power and influence that frequently leads empires withering, albeit slowly. All right, and hey, in America, always has to step into these other countries' problems, tries to help them and whatever. Brings the soldiers there. But hey, America doesn't fix the problems that are going on over here, man. There's a lot of problems going on here in America, man. One of the major ones, drug use, man. Especially with these Edomites, man. They're on fucking they're abusing opioids. All right. A lot of these war veterans that risk their lives to fight for the so-called freedom of this country. I see them out here begging for money, man. All right, but hey, America will help these migrants and help these other countries, but they won't help their own war veterans, man. They're not paying them, they're not taking care of them. This was why America must go down, man. This country is the word I'm looking for, but I guess a hypocrite. If that makes sense. But Salaki, I'm gonna continue to read. In 2026, the United States of America founded in 2026, the United States of America, founded in 1776, will celebrate its 250th anniversary. We're rapidly nearing the 250th anniversary of the fall of most previous civilizations, with ongoing internal turmoil ranging from race to financial disparity to political tribalism, and other countries gradually pulling away from the orbit of U.S.-led supremacy. And yeah, a lot of these countries are ditching the dollar and are joining with the BRICS. I believe they have their own currency backed by gold. All right, and that's really affecting America, man. All those dollars are coming back, which is causing inflation. All right, and America gets mad at that, man. Which is good, man. All right. It appears that the tides are turning against us. I fear that this mere statistic may soon become a reality that alters the course of our lives. After all, many citizens and politicians will celebrate our downfall. Yep. Not realizing the perilous impact it would have on freedoms they believe they do not have. I am not sure if it will be a huge international conflict, a financial catastrophe, or a civil war that causes the United States to fall apart. But I do believe that from the past is critical if we are to slow down the inevitable. In America, it will have another civil war. America is very divided. It's the most it's ever been divided in history, man. All right. Republicans against the Democrats. All right. Trump supporters and the Biden, Kamala Harris supporters, man. This place is divided, man. And I got two precepts that just, that popped up on my mind. I think it's in Mark, right? Kingdom divided against itself. Mark 3:24. The book of Mark 3:24. And I start at verse 23. And he called them unto him. And he said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And that's what we see in America. America's divided, all right? So, America can't stand, man. It's going to fall. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. If Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. All right, and America hath an end, man, because America is divided, man. All right, another precept, and also, a lot of people in America, especially what's going on. I've been seeing a lot of little clips of people, saying if there's a World War III, if there's another draft, I'm not fucking fighting. I'm not, take me to jail, man. And people that were in the army, man, I'm not fighting America's problems. I'm not gonna go fight with Israel. America's divided. This place is falling, man. A lot of these young guys don't, they don't want to fight for their country. Which, hey, fuck it, man. I wouldn't want to either, man. For America, man. But Revelations 11:18, and it reads, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. So, hey, these nations, and this scripture has a lot of points to it, but yeah, these nations are angry at America, man. They hate the democracy of America. They hate when America invades their country, steals their natural resources. Hey, these nations are angry, and thy wrath is come, and at the time of the dead, that they should be judged. And people here in America are spiritually dead. They have no clue what's happening. You tell them about this article you just read. Hey, America empires only last 250 years, and hey, America is at its end. Hey, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. No, America's gonna continue on forever, man. Hey, these people here are spiritually dead, man. Our people don't know who they are. All right, but hey, they're gonna be judged, man. They're gonna get a rude awakening once shit hits the fan. All right, and once they see those missiles coming, man. All right. Then thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great. All right, and Lord willing, we're part of that great number, man. Hey, if we endure unto the end, there's gonna be a reward at the end of this, man. Small and great. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth, And hey, these Edomites are the one, these elites, which is Esau. They're the ones that are destroying the earth, dumping garbage into the sea. We're dumping chemicals into the air, or spraying chemicals into the air. All right. With this, putting a whole bunch of chemicals into the food. All right. Hey, especially America, man. They're the ones that are destroying the earth, man, with their wars and chemical warfare, and So hey, the Lord's gonna destroy America. He's gonna destroy Esau, man. All right. That's what's coming, man. All right. But I'm continuing to this article. And the slack, I forgot where I left off. Yeah, I think I was done with this paragraph. Let me read this one. As odd as it may seem, perhaps Chinese history and culture might teach our country something. Why has China survived for 5,000 years? What have they discovered and that the rest of the world's great empire haven't? You have seen empires like the United States rise and fall, and yeah, they're about to see it again. All right, and hey, you also got these nations, that see the downfall of America. They think they're going to be next in rulership, but nah, man, we got next in rulership, man. Beginning with Yahushua, King David, and the elect on down, the so-called, which consist of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, which are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. We got next, man. We're gonna come back into rulership, and hey, we're gonna rule this world in righteousness, and we're gonna enforce these laws, statutes, and commandments upon these heathens, man. All right, this earth is gonna be rejoicing under our rulership, man. But reading on, the emperors haven't. They have seen the hell empires like the United States rise and fall, and they have seen other dynasties come and go. If we are to defend our nation, I believe we must learn from our adversaries. Okay. I think that was it to that, man. I'm just gonna get a couple more precepts, but if I remember, I'm gonna post this link in the description box. It's an old article, but it's still relevant. It's still important. It was posted in 2021, but I have one precept that popped up in my mind. How does it go? I know it's in Job. Boundaries they cannot pass. Job 14 and 5. The book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 5, and it reads, Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds, that he cannot pass. All right, so hey, the Lord put bounds on America, or on Esau and America, man. Esau thinks he's going to rule forever. He thinks his new world order is going to be accomplished. But Esau thinks he's going to take over outer space. All right. But hey, the Lord put limits on him. He put bounds on him that he's not able to pass, man. The farthest he will be able to get is put the MOTB in the majority of the people. And after that, hey, that's when Yahushua is going to come back and take this man out of rulership, man. All right. And I'm going to end it off with this scripture unless the Spirit gives me something else. Take the kingdom. KJV. Daniel 17 and 8. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right, so we're the saints, man. Beginning with Yahushua, man. Hey, Yahushua is gonna take the kingdom. All right, away from Esau. He's gonna take his license. All right, and hey, we're gonna. All right, the Yahushua with King David on down, and the elect, man, the nation of Israel. All right, we got next, man. That was it to that, man. Hopefully it was an edifying video. Yeah, America doesn't, we might make it to 250 years, man. Or we might not, the way things are going. But, hey, definitely, we're going to see the downfall of America, man. This place doesn't have 1,000 years, doesn't have 900, 500, I just see maybe 5 years less, 4 years, 3 years, 2, We ain't got much time, man. This place is going down. I believe I speak as a man. The MOTB is gonna happen under the mandatory MOTB. It's gonna happen under the Trump's administration. After that, World War III, and hey, yeah, I was shy, to come back real quick, man. So hold on tight, watch and pray. We're almost out of here. Hey, it's a beautiful time that we're living in. We're seeing the downfall of America. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. Till next time, Shalom, Apapabo, and Kwam Nishrala.